Howdy, howdy, folks. A-Train here with you for another episode of Life is Feudal, Forest Village. We travel back in time to our village of Mierfield, but in the meantime, increase your village population through having children. Childbearing will be available if you have space in your houses. We've talked about this briefly in some episodes previously. The key is to have quality housing. You're more likely to have children and children that survive. If you have a hostel, which is the biggest of buildings, it's like a community building, kind of like an inn or something like that. Then you won't, your folks won't have children. If you have just regular shacks, if you have enough that they have room in them, then they will, but you're better off having improved shacks.
I'm Shaq.
Or houses like these. Okay, so this is a small house. These are the ones that house 5 people, and then this is an improved small house, which houses 6. Okay, so let's see where we stand here. We're in fall of year 4. We've got some kids. There's Anakin. Uh-oh, he's going to be a troublemaker, I can tell. Let's see, what else do we have going on here? We have King. Who names their kid King? Well, they're expecting a baby. So there's good. That will add enough. Now, expecting a baby, I don't think adds to your village population until the child is born, because they could die in childbirth. Okay, these folks are expecting a baby. All right, wait a minute, it's a house full of women. Where's the...
My mom said if you want to become a lesbian, you have to lick carpet.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so let's see here. So we have 3 houses which will hold 5 people each, and then the improved house will hold 6. So that's... I can math. That's 16 people. Am I missing something here? No. I'm sorry. This is 15. This is 21. Okay, I can math, and that's how that works.
You're killing me, Small.
I forgot. The end of the last episode, we built this house over here. So we have Trinity the Hunter and Gannon the Forester. And then we have Marina. Maybe it's Marina Sirtis from Star Trek The Next Generation. Counselor Troy. Hey.
I believe you can get me through the night.
And then there's Carlos and Ruben. And they're buddies, I guess. Okay. Now, notice the hunters and the foresters. Okay. That's they live in this house here. And they just moved into this house because this is the house closest to their job. Okay? That's what folks will do. So if we built a shack over by the hunting lodge, which is, by the forestry lodge, which this is really, it's right here. It's like, you could holler out the window, yo, dinner time. They're going to hear you. Okay? And the hunter's lodge is actually right here. Hunting cabin. Okay? So the people will take up residence in the house that is closest to their work. All right? Now we have a new forestry lodge. Where is it? It's over here somewhere. It kind of overlaps the other one. Let's see. Maybe if I turn the view. Well, wait. Let me move over a little bit here. See if we can see it. I think it's hiding right behind these trees here. Well, it helps if I hit the right button to rotate. I'm trying to turn... I've been playing a lot of Cities Skylines lately, which is a great game. Unfortunately... oh, here it is. Here's the other forestry lodge. Okay? And they're set up to cut down trees.
I cut down trees, I eat my lunch, I go to the lavatory. On Wednesdays I go shopping and have buttered scones for tea.
Okay. And anyway, so I've been playing City Skylines, and to rotate the view in it, you click and hold your center mouse button, in which case, in my case, it's the mouse wheel. and you click, you hold it in, and then you can rotate the view. All right. On this, you use the Q and E keys to rotate the view, and then you use the R key to rotate objects before you place them. Okay, so where are we here? First, let's get this out of the way. Doink. And then second, let's get... So we've got 3 babies born. That's good. Actually, they've been born for a while. I know... Yeah, that made a lot of sense, didn't it? They were born in early fall, I think. So I'm hoping they're going to be ready. You know, they're going to be up to teenage and hit adult working age next year. All right. So another thing we did last episode is right over here, I believe. There's a clay mine. Hooray. We need clay.
Bill, clay.
And so we've got 7 people with nothing better to do because now the fields are shut down and the gatherer's hut is shut down. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is put 2 people on firewood production because we want to keep that up because we're moving into winter and we just hit freezing. So we're going to crank up the firewood production. That'll take 2 people. And then we're going to put 4 people in the mine, in the clay mine. So we're going to try to punch up. So this is your building supplies up here on the top row. All right, so we've got logs, stone, ore, clay, hay, firewood, and charcoal. You know what? We got charcoal. Oh, we do have a blacksmith. All right, so hopefully the blacksmith is going to get that charcoal. Let's see. Actually, we can click on the blacksmith's lodge right here. Okay. Wait. No. I don't think he's got the charcoal. Hopefully he'll go get the charcoal. Either that or the laborer will take the charcoal to him. Or, I don't know. When he no longer has the ability, he or she, whoever's running it, no longer has all the tools they need, the stuff, to do what they do, which is they take cast iron and ore and charcoal, and they make high-quality tools. All right? When they no longer have a part of that recipe, then you'll see the Z like it's sleeping. Zzz, you know, they're sleeping. Okay? So we'll know when they're done. And basically, once they're done, then we'll reallocate them somewhere else, probably into the mine, or maybe just next door to chop some more lumber. Because we can always use more people working at the Lumberjack's Lodge. So, what's the plan this episode, A-Train? Well, that's a fine question. What is the plan? We've moved into winter. It's snowing. And we're going to try to increase our clay output. All right, real quick, let's review our food situation. We got 400 fish, almost 400 meat. That's a lot. 39 fruit, big deal. 2,000 vegetables. That's plenty. So we're good on food. And we've got clothing for everybody. So that's a good thing. So gathering clay is a good thing. Now, why am I not allocating one person here? Because that's a laborer. Laborers just do whatever you need done, including carrying stuff from, say, the barn, which has all your food and your firewood and stuff, to houses, okay? That way the people that live in the houses don't necessarily have to do it. The laborers will go out and gather things. If you have a hunter, or maybe you take control of one of your citizens like we did last episode and go shoot a bunch of food, right? The laborers will then go out and pick up that food and bring it back in, and the hides and whatever, the meat, the hides, and they'll bring it back into the barn, okay? So we have a bunch of stuff stored up. We have a bunch of stuff to make it through the winter. Let's go ahead and rock and roll here. And let's kick it up to 10 times speed. And let's see. Our fishermen are gaining fish. That we have 3 of them working. I'm going to try something here real quick. We're gonna go down. Yeah, come here. I accidentally clicked on the wrong thing there. And there's the brightness of the sun coming up on the snow. All right, let's click on the fish, which is your food related stuff. Oh, we lost a clay digger. Damn it. That sucks. Shoot. Well, that knocks us down one person. Damn it. All right. Well, all right. We press on. But here. Oh, hold it. Let me show you something, though. Now, this is important. You got to pay attention to this sort of thing. Whenever somebody dies in a profession, if you have an available laborer, that laborer will then take over for them in that profession. Because, see, we still have 4 people working in the clay mine. All right? So we're going to drop this down to 3 so we still have a laborer available. But you got to be cognizant of that. So watch and make sure that, because people might have run out of food in their homes or something if we weren't paying attention. So make sure you keep somebody available to do the menial tasks, as it were. Now, once the children grow up to be teenagers, I think they will do menial labor. They will run stuff around from here to there and what have you. But you can't assign them to a profession. They can do things like cut down trees and eat their lunch and
I go to the lavatory.
Go shopping and whatnot. But you have to take over them in first person mode and actually make them do that. Okay. They won't just do it when you assign them to a profession. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to look at this. All right. Notice there's a circle flashing around the Fisherman's Lodge. All right. So let's turn this one off, actually. Let me turn it off. Let's click on this one. Let's click on this one. Let's click on the Fisherman's Lodge. Why will it not? Oh, maybe because I got the menu up. What is this? A little artifact on the screen over here? Nope, that's on the... What the hell is that? Huh? Huh. Oh, it's a bird. It's a bird flying across the screen here as I am in pause mode. I caught it in flight. All right, very good. So, I'm clicking on it. You're not checking it. All right, let's go back to pot. Fisherman. What the hell? All right, Houston, we have a problem here. Something's going on because it's not letting me click. Wait, let me slow down the one-time speed. Okay, I'm able to move my mouse around, but for some reason now I can't click on stuff. I don't understand what the problem is here, people. Now, if I come up here... Okay, that took... Huh, that's weird. That's very weird. It's like strange and weird and a bad... Oh! Poop. Okay, so something occurs to me. Ephraim died, right? In the clay mine, which is right... Well, this is pissing me off, Am
I pissing you off,
Ephraim died. So what we've got to do now is go to municipal buildings, and we've got to build a funeral pyre, okay? So that Ephraim's body doesn't rot and become diseased, and then cause problems in the village, all right? So let me see. Okay, that's a spot that will work. All right. Notice again, there's a yellow flashing circle around the pyre. So that's the effective radius of it. All right, it'll work within that space. You want that space to encompass your village. Here we go. Let me try just a little bit more over this way. I don't want the pyre to be... And that's the problem with the mines. The mines are dangerous. More people will die in the mines than really doing anything else. They'll either die in the mines or they'll die of old age. All right, so we got a lock on here, a spot a minute ago. Now I just got to find it again. There it is. All right, we're going to go ahead and build the pyre right there. Okay, so now we have to get 10 hay, 20 logs, 10 stone, and then 3... I don't know if you want to say man hours or whatever to build the funeral pyre. Okay, so let me get rid of the funeral pyre. So we have one person who can run the pieces over there. The blacksmith. Let's see what the blacksmith's looking at. Okay, they're starting to You know, oh, you know what? The blacksmith's good to go. Because they've got, they don't use, I'm sorry, I misspoke earlier. They don't use charcoal, they use cast iron. Charcoal is used with ore to make cast iron at the smelter, which is right here, the furnace. All right, see, so it takes charcoal and cast iron, and ore to make cast iron, which then goes to the blacksmith, and they use the cast iron and logs and ore to make high quality tools. Okay, so we're good on that in that regard. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to actually lower the people in the mines by one. Wait. Yeah, we're going to get this done because we got to get this taken care of. Okay, in fact, well, we got... Now, we're going to go with that. All right, so we've assigned one person to build. Oh, a baby's been born. That's good. All right, so that's going to make up for our loss of Ephraim. Okay, so now we... Good Lord. God, that's bright. Okay, here we go. So one man hour has been used to level the ground, to terraform. Now the logs are being moved into place. Now they're all there. Now the stone will be moved over, and then the hay will be moved over. Now the hay's moved over. Now the stone's going to be moved over to do the construction of the funeral pyre, so that Ephraim's body can be properly sent off to Valhalla or wherever. All right, there we go. So now it's in progress. You see the progress in the green bar up here. This is good. So we'll have a one indication here in just a second. Well, okay, maybe they went to have a sandwich. All right, here we go. They're back at work. Okay, they were at work. I don't see them at work. Well, they don't have night vision, so... Uh-oh. I'm starting to get a little concerned about our firewood because it's early winter. All right, 2, now 3. Once this is done, then we know Ephraim's body can be properly taken care of. Okay, very good. So now it will, watch, there will be like smoke come up from it because they'll take Ephraim's body there. Otherwise, it's just rotting away in the mine. Now, in the meantime, we're going to put a third person on. That third person, we're going to take them out of construction. So we still have one laborer running around. Now we have 3 people working on firewood. I'm a little concerned about the firewood deal. And I'm a little concerned that Ephraim's body is rotting away in the clay mine. Hopefully somebody will go drag it out of there and dispose of it properly. Oh, another baby was born. This is good. So that's going to push us up to 20 citizens. And then, I'm starting to well, now the number's starting to rebound a little bit. So now we know we're going to have 20 of our 21 housing slots taken care of, or filled up. So come this year, we lost Ephraim, so we have to take him off. So we have 4 people that will become, functioning, contributing members of society in our little village here. All right, we need the lumberjacks to sing their song and get busy. All right, so there's Lady Godiva. Okay, she'll become the chocolatier. Now they're out of firewood. So someone's got to run over and get some firewood. Now they got firewood. All right, they got... Christian was the one that was just born. Efrix. What the hell kind of name is Efrix? All right, we're into winter now. Here's a small house with 5 of 5. Is there someone expecting a baby? They're expecting a baby. All right, so... expecting a baby will count towards your total of people in the home, but it will not count towards your citizens, okay? So see, with this house being full, because they're expecting a baby, that means there's 5 of 5. So there's no housing available in the village. Oh, wait a minute, there is right here. Unless they're expecting a baby. They're expecting a baby. Well, that means they should... Oh, that's the other small... I think I just clicked on the same one. So 2 babies, we're expecting 2 babies... And this house has 6 of 6. Thus, as soon as all the babies are born, we're going to be up to our full allotment of 21. You won't have more citizens than you do housing for them, except at the start of the game, unless you destroy housing. Okay, does that make sense? We are starting to really run short on firewood. Okay, now notice the blacksmith shop. He's out of this cast iron. Yeah, that. All right, so they're done. So we're going to take them out of that. Now, we are going to do something here. Let me pause because I'm getting a little nervous here. We've got lots of logs, but for some reason our lumberjacks are not keeping up with the demands. So let's come down here and we go to the production. That's the tree, resource gathering. And we go over here to Lumberjacks Lodge. We're going to look at dropping a second Lumberjacks Lodge in line with and behind the other one. All right. And that's going to take some logs and some... seriously? Oh, that's... whatever. All right, good. All right, so we're going to get that done because without firewood, your people freeze to death. We don't have warm clothing available because we don't have wool available because we don't have sheep available. Okay, does that make sense? You've got to build a port, and we're going to bring people out of the clay mines to get this done. And get you all over here, because I mean 38, that's not enough. Actually, we're going to split that up to 2 and 2, and hopefully that will accelerate the process of getting the materials moved over. All right, here we go. Warp speed. All right, check it. Here we go. We got to cut down 1 tree. We got to move 50 logs, 20 stone, and 10 hay. All right, the tree's cut down. That's good. So some logs are getting moved. That's good. Come on, move faster, get hit less. All right, 50 logs have been moved. Now we need, the hay's been moved. Now we got to move the stone. Then we got to do 8 units of labor. Now everything's been moved. So now I'm going to actually move the laborer into construction to help speed up the construction of the new Lumberjacks Lodge. Then we're going to move them out of construction and actually put them to work in the Lumberjacks Lodge. So we get ahead on our firewood here. Now we're in early spring. This is good. I think we're going to make it, but we cut it a little close here, and that makes me nervous. All right. As soon as they're out, and they're almost done. All right, they're done. Very good. Full stop. Okay. Let's, now what does this do? Improves the efficiency. And we have the stuff to do that. It takes 3 workers. You know what? We'll deal with that when we're out of the little somewhat crisis situation we're in. Because we're down to 25 logs, firewood. We're actually put everyone to work on, everyone who's spare, available, to work on firewood. So now they just got to haul logs over. And because here's the other thing. We may make it through this spring, through this winter, and it's looking pretty likely that we will. The temperature's almost up to freezing. And then we're going to have to allocate them out of there and back to the fields and back to gathering, okay? We may still get a little bit of drop in temperature or a little more snow. We can't plant the fields. Oh, let's talk about planting the fields. This is set up for flax. We have hay. We have oats. We have flax. We have lots of vegetables. We are not going to allocate someone to that field this year. We will go ahead and we'll have someone work in the potato field. Okay? Just because we want to maintain, and remember, now we have more mouths to feed. So we have 2 teenagers, okay? We have 5 additional people, well, 4 additional people, and then we got a couple babies on the way. That will get us up to our 21. So we've got effectively 5 more mouths to feed. So this number is going to reduce quicker. Notice our hunters aren't bringing in a whole lot of meat. Our fishermen are doing pretty good, though. All right? You got to maintain this stuff. Now, why am I worried about the firewood situation? Because we may make it through this winter, but if we don't rectify our shortage and at least get this number up to 300 to 400, we may have problems next winter. Okay, so we want to get caught up on our stores, our stockpile, to have that stuff available. So then next winter we only have to have 1 or 2 people chopping firewood, and we can put the rest to work in the clay mine or in another mine, because we're going to need ore soon. Or we may build another fishing dock, or we may build another hunting cabin. You want to allocate people to where you can put them. Okay.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
All right, so that's the plan. For now, we're just going to run them through. See, now we're starting to catch up on the firewood. And then what we'll do is we will upgrade the main Lumberjacks Lodge so that it becomes more efficient and produces more with 3 people. Okay? All right, now we're full stop. We're at 32, so now we're going to take 1 person off cutting firewood, because we're up to freezing, and that's good. Well, not 2, 1.
1 ping only, please.
And then we're going to put them to work right here in the field. So then they'll go out and start working the potato field. All right, there we go. Now the snow is starting to melt off. Goodbye, snow. I like the snow. Hoping it snows in Dallas this winter. I think the Farmer's Almanac is saying we're going to have a cold, snowy winter. And that's all good with me, as long as I don't get caught out driving in it too much. All right, so we're up to 39 degrees. Okay, here's the next thing we're going to do. We're going to take another person off. Actually, we're going to take another person off there, and we're going to put them to work gathering. Okay, so where do we stand? We've got clothing. We're going to have to put somebody to work on that this winter. We've got tools. This is good. All right, now we're catching up on firewood, and that's good. So as soon as we get really caught up on that, we're going to upgrade the original Lumberjacks Lodge. And then we will maybe look at tearing down the other one. Okay, Anakin is grown up and is ready to study. Okay, so see, now another baby's been born. So now we've got our 21 villagers. So we're going to work with 21 villagers here for the course of this year. All right, we're not going to do another expansion until next year. The reason I do that is because you want to make sure you can support what you've got. Okay, which is part of the reason why we're being a little cautious. And I'm a little conservative in how I play this. Be cautious in how you handle expanding your community. If you bring it, and 5 people at one time is a pretty big expansion, all right? But I feel confident that we've got the resources and the people in positions to handle that. Plus, they're growing up now. These 3 teenagers should, by mid-late summer, hit age that they can go to work. I'll probably put a couple of them to work gathering, maybe put one of them to work chopping lumber. And that will help the village as a whole prepare for next year, next winter. All right, so basically you're going through the year preparing for the next winter. So we've got stuff to make clothing, that'll be good. We've got high quality tools for now, so that's good. And we want to hold on that because we've got your firewood is what is used to make charcoal. All right, so we don't want to start cutting into this until we get it up to a level that will get us through next winter. So we may target 300 to 400 for that purpose. Now, I am going to reduce again another person out of firewood, and I'm going to put them into forestry because I want to build up the number of logs we have. And I think that's going to put them over. Actually, no. You know what? Delay that order. Take them out of forestry. We're going to keep them here as laborers. Why am I keeping them as laborers? Because if you saw a minute ago, I just used the gather resources down here and highlighted all the trees right here in and around the village. And you can kind of see there's a yellow X right here on the base of this tree or the base of this tree. All right, if I zoom in, you'll see them. There'll be like a little X. See, there's an X there. That's a tree that's starting to grow. This tree, on the other hand, is fully mature. This tree's still growing, okay? But the laborers are the ones that will go out and do the gathering of the resources you highlight, all right? And that's, so trees constantly regrow, which is a good thing because we need them constantly, all right? You see the trees falling down over there? Somebody just felled a tree right over here. And they gathered it up and they're taking it in. Now we got more logs, all right? So over here, we have our, are we auto-saving? Yes, we're auto-saving. We have our lumberjacks, or our forester's lodge. They're currently in planting mode, and I'm going to keep them in planting mode for now. All right? Because we're gathering all the trees in and around the village with 2 people. And then we're also gathering the trees over by this forester's lodge. All right? It's in cut down mode. All right? See here? You can turn this on and off. That's your enable, disable tree cutting. When it's lit up, it's enabled. And this is tree planting. So the other lodge is planting. This one is cutting. And what I could do is actually take the person out of planting and allocate them into cutting. But I think we're okay for now. We're looking good. We're getting back to a healthy amount of firewood. We do have lumber coming in. We have fish coming in. We don't have a lot of meat coming in. Now, oh, we did talk about, let's pause this because we're in summer now all of a sudden. It's quick how it comes by. Okay, the clay mine's not in use. The lumberjack's lodge. Okay, let's 311. All right, we have 2 people working in this lumberjack's lodge. We're going to upgrade this one. All right, that's going to take 170 logs, which we're in good shape there. Stone or hay. Okay, we're going to upgrade this. Now, to do that, we're going to allocate a person out of forestry, and we're going to put them in building. Okay, so we got 2 people still. They're going to run the supplies over there. Our laborers will run the supplies over there, and then they will go back to gathering the trees around the village. Okay, if they're not busy eating or taking food to their own house or stuff like that. Okay. So hopefully, if anything in this episode, you've gotten a better understanding of how the laborers work. Also, you understand how to kind of get yourself out of a crisis situation and how to effectively manage increasing the population in your village. You can do it in small chunks. See, Godiva has grown up and is ready to study. Okay, this is now up to speed. What we're going to do is we're going to put an extra builder on it to increase the speed of production here, to get it built sooner rather than later. I'm kind of disappointed in the hunters. We're not getting a whole lot of meat gathered. And I remember last week we had a bear wander into the village, which wasn't too cool on the bear's part. Oh, you know what? Let's take a look real quick at the potatoes. We have 452, 453. Yeah. So I think we're going to wind up with a net gain in potatoes this year, which will be good. Anyway, let's check back. Wait a minute. Are we done? Here we go. Okay, we got 6 more units of work to do. And then this bad boy will be upgraded. Now, I'm liking the number I'm seeing. We're almost to 400 firewood. Tool reserves are low. Really? Kinda, but not really. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Oh, wow. Look, it looks like they're building a roof over it. That's cool. All right. So that's done now. So now we can reallocate those 2 people back. Take them out of construction. We're going to put one of them back into forestry. We're actually going to put one of them here. Working the kiln. Oh, neat. Look here. So now the sawmill. Oh, it's a sawmill now. All right. So hopefully this will get more productive. Now this over here, Tegan is carrying stuff. We're going to click on this, and we're actually going to take, we're going to keep it in reserve. But we're not going to let anybody. So now Tegan will be reassigned to the sawmill instead of the lumberjack's lodge. Okay. So now it's two. Wait, what? 2 out of. Oh, out of 3 people. Well, wait a minute. What happened? Oh, I guess I only had 2 people working anyway. All right, very good. So that's fine. So we're up to 441. Now we're in late summer. All right, so a couple things. The temperature is starting to drop. We're going to keep an eye on that. We're going to take a second person and put them here. We're going to try to produce some charcoal. We're actually going to take a person out of logs because I'm feeling good. Okay, now we're going to put a person into working at the furnace. All right. We may need to take, oh, we did drop down to 1 person working firewood. That's good. All right, so we're going to, oh, now see, all right. See how it takes 1 minute for crafting time? Over here, it takes 1.3 minutes. All right. So there's the difference between a lumberjack's lodge and a sawmill. Is basically, it's a 25% improvement in the productivity. Okay. So now, we don't have anyone working high quality tools, but we should. I see the no, the kiln is making charcoal. What I want to see is the where is it? Hello. Oh, good. Somebody cut the tree down so I can see. All right, let me rotate this way. All right, so here's our 2 kilns. Those are turning firewood into charcoal. This is our, there we go. That's our furnace. All right, so they're getting charcoal to make cast iron. All right, now, so here's where we are. We're in early fall. We're going to pause real quick, and we're going to move over to the potato field. Here we go. Kind of this and this way. All right, let's get the furnace out of the way because we know it's working. The whole idea being the furnace needs charcoal. Well, people will take charcoal and they'll go to use it to heat their homes and cook with. We don't want them to do that. We want the charcoal to go to the furnace to be turned into cast iron. Okay? So we can make more tools. High quality tools at that. So we kind of have to keep people busy doing it. All right, 616 looks good. Let's get gathering. All right, so let's lock that out and get the farmer gathering. All right, so let's fast forward here. Oh, great! Now we got rain coming in. If we had disasters turned on, we might wind up with a house on fire or something from a lightning strike. Now notice these trees have gotten big on us. They still haven't been cut down. It's still marked for being cut down. But we only have 1 laborer. That laborer is pretty busy. So they're cutting down trees when they can get to it. All right? If we really wanted to do something, we could grab one of the teenagers and have them do it. The other thing we could do is grab a teenager and have them go work in the potato field like we did last time and have them start digging up the potatoes. Okay? Oh, see, there's the laborers obviously working because that tree just got felled. But we have 1,883 potatoes. We have 500 something in the fields. And basically what happens is the farmer's going to dig up 18 at a time. Then they'll carry them off to the barn. Then they'll go back to work unless they're hungry or they got to go to the bathroom or, whatever. So we may not get through the full production, but we've got a lot going on. And boy, I am just not thrilled with our hunters. I'm going to reduce the number of hunters. Actually, I'm going to make a change here, I think. Which is going to require, and I need to do this quickly because it's getting to be winter time here pretty quick. All right, so you know what? In fact, we'll save that for next time. What we'll do next time is we're going to change our hunting cabin alignment. The one is right here. The current one, there it is, right there. All right. Now, if you look at the circle of influence, it pretty well covers the whole village. And that's my plan. That's the idea. It covers the village. It covers the access routes where an animal could get into the village and wreak havoc by biting our villagers and then giving them rabies. Now, we had a sneaky little bear. He must have been a Russian bear. Kind of work his way along through here last week. He kind of worked in around this way, around the well. And got in, but then I think the hunters caught up with him and, well, he's somebody's fur coat now.
Damn!
But what we're going to do is we'll take this one out and we'll put a second one. We're going to split them up, probably put them next to the forestry lodges. Okay, so it splits it up, and that will open up the coverage area, which will allow our hunters to gather more meat. They'll cover more area, and that will cover the future expansion of the village. I think it'll also cut off the access route over here on this side, because this side over here I think's got. I think we're covered over to the water. Wait, it's right here. It's pretty close. But if we put it over here next to the forestry lodge, which is right out here somewhere, yeah, if we were to put this over here, then we would be covering out to the water. So then we'd be in good shape. All right. And at this point, I think this is pretty well planted. So we're going to switch this person over to cutting trees. All right. And this over here hasn't caught up. One person really isn't catching up. So as soon as one of these kids grows up into adulthood, we'll probably allocate them into cutting trees. But we have almost 500 firewood saved up going into winter. We've got a bunch of charcoal. We're making cast iron. This is good. We're gathering potatoes. We're going to be over 2,000 potatoes. That should be more than plenty to make it through winter. We'll take one of the outdoorsy types, which will be either our gatherer, which is pretty well useless at this point. They're really not gathering squat. So let's take them out of gathering and put them to work here, making clothing. All right. We got, one of the kids just grew up. Awesome. We're going to have them go into the forestry business. Okay. So that's King. King has grown up, ready to work. All right. So we just allocated out some people. Sloan has grown up. Goody. All right. And now the fields are done. All right. So we've got what we've got. And we probably lost several hundred potatoes in that deal right there. So, oh well. But that's okay. We got 2,000 in stock. I'm pretty happy with that. So we'll take our person out of the fields. And that gives us 3 people available. I think we only need 1 cutting firewood right now. So we'll put somebody else to work blacksmithing. And I think that'll do for now. So that's moving us into fall, which is going to drop us into early winter, which is going to bring us to the end of this episode, I think. I think we've made some progress here. We built another lumberjack's lodge. And then we upgraded the first one to a sawmill, which is helping in our production of firewood. It's rolling along at a better clip now than it was before. So we learned what that will do. And, well, if I can get this to, there we go. And then we've kind of built up our resources here a little bit. We've got a good count on logs. We've got a good amount of food, I think, going into the winter. Hopefully the meat's going to pick up here. It could just be that with 3 hunters, maybe we weren't getting enough animals into the area. We'll see. But now Efrix has grown up and is ready to work. All right. So we got a couple people available. We're making more clothing. We're making more charcoal. And we're making more tools. So we're going to build up these numbers here for a bit. And that's going to run down these numbers for a bit. But we're in good shape there. The stone number just changed. Oh, you know what? We may have gathered some stone from within the village perimeter, or the area where I allocated earlier to gather resources. Okay, so that's kind of how things are looking here as we get into early winter of year 5 in Mierfield. I think Mierfield sounds better than Mierfield. All right, so we'll go with that, Mierfield. All right, folks. I want to say thank you for watching the episode. Hope you stuck around long enough to get through the entertaining parts. If you did and you liked it, please give us a like. We appreciate that. Share the channel with other people. We've added some new stuff this week. I ventured into some Kerbal Space Program. You'll find that on Wildcard Wednesday if you go back and look for it. Look for more Kerbal Space Program coming into fray. Sim Airport is on hold for now, simply because with the latest updates, the code has changed to where I can't play the game and record without it lagging severely. Okay, so I'm not going to give you guys a crap video. I don't want to give you a crap video, so I'm hoping this is a good video. So I'm going to take my desktop in to get it fixed, and hopefully that'll get us back in business in the next week or two. So if you're on board for just Sim Airport, bear with me. I'm going to get back to it. You know something? I kind of got a little burned out on it, honestly. You know, I might as well let this run while we're yakking here. But check out Planet Base. I hope you're enjoying Life is Feudal, Forest Village. And hey, Kerbal Space Program is awesome. And then hopefully when I get the desktop up to speed, it's got a bad sector on the hard drive, so I got to get the hard drive fixed or replaced so we can move forward. Then I can bring it online as my primary game computer, and then hopefully make better quality videos and include things like Sim Airport again, and City Skylines, and maybe a couple other things I've got on here. So, but thanks for the likes, thanks for the shares, thanks for subscribing. Please subscribe to the channel for more great content coming soon. I'm A-Train. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for tuning in. It's over, and I'm out.